All right, boys. So, just left the house. Hair's looking fabulous. I got us a treat. I ordered a radiator kit for the 420 because it had been messing up and would not cool right, and it kept running hot. And I didn't know what the reason for that was, but I think we figured it out, and I got one. I don't know if you can see it, but I got one. So I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna show if I can get the door open. The door. Open the door. Okay. Turn the magic lights on. Big rig. Yep. All right, but anyway, I got this new radiator. Let me show you. Here's the old one. Looks pretty normal. Here's the new one. Looks the same, but I do notice one thing. This one has fat welds on it, and I'm not sure why, but these welds, like look at my finger. That's a big, like I have a big hand, but like those welds are huge. There's no welds on this one. Oh well, it's not flipped the same either, but still, it's gonna be a pretty lengthy video because we got to put the whole 420 back together, but it'll be okay. It should be pretty edited for y'all, and shouldn't be no problem. So I'll give you an update. All right, so here's all this. The reservoir for it used to sit back here. It used to sit in that hole, but it doesn't anymore. Me and my dad relocated it yesterday. It's nothing fancy. It's just it's a little spacer, as you can see right there, and then it's just a nut and a bolt, and it just tightens down. It's not that bad. It's only one bolt holding it on, but that's kind of all it really needs, because that little plastic thing full with liquid wasn't gonna do anything. I had to make a couple edits, so this is everywhere. But here, let's put this one. Yes, on the beautiful, unfinished 420, or not 420, dang, 300. But I don't want to just talk too much, so no more than I already have. But we're gonna get this up here, and I'm gonna get y'all put in a spot where y'all can see pretty well, and probably get this done. And let's see, take these off if I can. So we're gonna take these off. It's pieced. Yeah, it's the one that goes up there. This one's pieced too. Is it? Yes, sir. I'll be a rascal. Well, it'd be nice to know which one's leaking so you can change it. I suspect it's this one because it looks like it's fairly on that collar, but I could be wrong. I didn't realize that other one was pieced. Okay. Well, we have a new radiator, we have a new hose, but we have at least loosen this one up and get it on the clamp all the way. Okay. So we've got a leaky hose, and we're trying to figure it out, and this is going to be our replacement if we can figure it out. But we don't know which one. What were you saying? This leads to, doesn't it lead to all these? Lead to these vent lines? Yeah. So this vent line right here goes to this top radiator right here, this radiator clamp for some reason. And then it is connected under here, and it runs all the way up, and it goes to the one vent line up here. That's why there's only one and not like 8, because they're all ran together. The reservoir, here's the line that'll run all the way to the radiator. But other than that, that'd be too hard. All right, so what we got going on is I have a couple of tools, and we're first off, this black hose right here goes to a connector that is not fully on. And it needs to be on, but it's not. So like, we've got to somehow nail a screwdriver in here and replace it. So maybe I won't have a water leak, so I won't have to worry about leaking coolant everywhere. So if you need a black piece that's not really that used, you're more than welcome to hit me up for that. But other than that, it's kind of useless. All right, so yes, I don't know if you can see it in the frame, but this hose is huge. But I only need probably about 1.5 feet, maybe a little more. So I'm gonna give it some, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it and on like, to where I have enough just in case. This special tool helps a lot. And now we have our piece. It's about 2 foot long. Yes, I cut it a little more than you had to, but it's pretty bendy. But okay, so we just need to fit it back on there. Hopefully, my smart self, when this goes out, I can edit all of this to where it's nice and smooth for you. But just know, it sucks for me. I keep dropping stuff, I'm about to cry. On there, decently tight, but might have some other issues, which I would not be surprised about. So we cut it way too freaking long, but that's okay. Worst comes to worst, you just cut it again. So we're gonna get this thing in here and mounted to the best of my ability. I'll get back to you. All right, I'm sorry I had to cut it off. We had issues, and dang, that thing is tore up, ain't it? That thing's brand new. That thing is tore up. Okay, so here's our problem. Let me straighten y'all out so y'all don't fall. Okay, here was our issue. We could not mount it because it was off. You see how it's crooked? Okay, so with this one, they had the same problem. So they bent them. That was sticking up like we saw. So we did the same thing. We bent them and we got them mounted. Barely, I've got to tighten them up. But this is the wrong relocator kit. So it is not made to fit on a Honda Rancher. It is not a Honda Rancher. It looks like a Foreman relocator. So if you need a Foreman relocator, I will be happy to swap you with this one. Okay, so we bent it, we finagled it, and we got it in here. I'm just gonna mount it crooked because it just is what it is. But worst comes to worst, it just doesn't work. But it's okay. We're gonna run this. We're gonna run it up there, and we've got our hoses ran already. So let's just go ahead and let's see. It needs to be cut to about right there. You think about right there? That's about too much. Okay, and then we're gonna mount. Oh, I need to put my fan on, but after, okay, so put that on. Okay, so that's on. Okay, well, we need to tighten these bolts up real quick, and I will hit y'all guys up after I have these bolts tightened up, and I'll shorten this and I'll have it put on, and I'll see y'all in a second. All right, so I finally got it done. She's put on together pretty much, other than this hose, but. All right, so I ran this hose. This hose was connected down here, so I replaced it, put another one on it. Y'all saw that. So this is ran. It's got a clamp up top. There's just 4 bolts. The things are bent. You saw how we bent the other radiator, so we bent this one the same way. You can see it's bent right there. All right, so I've got the fan mounted. The fan has 3 mounts, 1, 2, and 3. You undo them, they're 10 millimeters. It's not that hard, you just take it off. Disconnect this. I put dielectric grease in here, connected it, squished it. So that connector, it should kick on. The outlet part right here is just screwed on. She's nice and tight. I'm about to take some scissors wherever. Here they are. Okay. So right here. All right. So now with our reservoir on here, we can take this hose and cut it to size. So like, for example, let's see, how far from here to, let's see. Sorry, didn't mean to flip y'all like that. All right, so turn it from here. No, let's turn it under. Okay, run it under. So she's running under, so it's gonna run just like that. Up. It's gonna run up, under, so it's gonna be about. So let's cut it about right there. All right. Let me cut this real quick. All right. So it's cut now. It's cut a little longer than it's supposed to be. So it's cut. All right. So this will work, I hope. Yeah. Okay. Yep, that's her. So we'll put this on. So we're gonna go fill this up with water. We're gonna take this off, fill it up completely, and we're gonna let it run and let it get hot. Let me move this out of the way and put this down. Okay. So theoretically, she should be ready to crank up and not run hot, but we will see. I'm gonna go fill this up and fill the reservoir and see if it's working, and I'll hit y'all back. See ya. All right, so you just watched the video how to put a 2007 radiator kit on, and everything went well. I put it on. I ended up putting water in it for now. You need to put coolant in it. Make sure it has antifreeze in it so the block doesn't freeze and everything. You got to be safe about that. I did have a couple issues with mine, but they were self-inflicted. It's a bunch of pressure and stuff. I had one blow up, and it was because I didn't tighten it down, and I ended up replacing the entire hose where I disconnected it before. So it's disconnected completely, and I just reran the entire thing. It wasn't that hard. It was right beside the exhaust. It's a 6mm little clamp. I took it off and I reran the entire thing. So it is completely reran, and it ran great. And thank you for watching the video.